Are you ready to get real? Welcome to real estate, the world's loneliest career, where you're always out of balance, unfulfilled, the role models are fake, the numbers unattainable, and you're just supposed to be and do it all. Join self-made millionaire real estate agents, wives, moms, and business owners as we level up, learn from special guests, and elevate and disrupt an entire industry through real education our way.
Hey, everybody.
Good.
I am so excited about this today. So we have some friends from Dallas, Texas here with us, Hunter Webb and Tara Townley, who are both productivity coaches, or PC coaches is kind of the language if you've ever been around the Keller Williams system in Dallas. And they're working with about 140 agents on a pretty much daily basis with a lot of technology and things in their market centers. So we are going to talk about Chat GPT today. So Hunter commented on a Facebook post that I saw, just saying that he's kind of a Chat GPT expert. I don't know if anyone can be an expert right now because this whole thing just started, but he knows more than any of us know. So Hunter, tell us your story and how you got into real estate. Terry, you too, just real quickly, how that came about for you.
Yeah, I'm one of those real estate brats. First off, thanks for having me on the show, and love the intro. But yeah, so I'm one of those real estate brats. Mom was a special ed teacher for 25 years and then got into real estate. Dad joined her about 2 years later. Like a lot of husbands, I think thought he would double or triple that income. And turned out Mom was already the likable one and was doing her job with the database. So he got more on the ownership side of things. But so after a illustrious career as a bartender on 6th Street in Austin, realized I needed a career at the age of 24, and luckily Mom and Dad said, why don't you come home and do real estate? So got into real estate. One of the cool things was being one at the time, one of the younger agents in the market center it was just kind of assumed I knew technology. So I was constantly getting opportunities to teach the technology. And so that's kind of been a passion for my 15-year career is really the technology side to help leverage our time as real estate professionals. And that's what we're excited to talk about today with Chat GPT. And Tara, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I was licensed January 2020. It was previously before that, I was in the service industry and I did some corporate training there as well. So whenever I got into real estate, I followed the models and systems of Keller Williams. My career took off pretty fast, especially in an incredible market. And then an opportunity opened in the productivity coaching side of things. And I fell in love with it. And that's why I'm here today. Hunter and I are also birthday twins, like same day and everything.
Oh my gosh, how funny. What is your birthday?
April 2nd.
1984. We're trying to figure out who was born. Yeah, I guess I should have given it away.
Well, I wonder if he's listening because he listens sometimes, but I was with Keller for 18 years. I made a move last year, but I have a birthday twin at Keller. We were both MAPS coaches.
No
and it's really weird. So I live in Colorado now, but we were both born in St. Louis in the same hospital on the same day, same year. And I went to my mom and I was like, are you sure? Like, we weren't switched at birth, or we're not like twins, and you don't want to say anything because that's a little weird. So happy birthday, twins.
So we don't have to worry about that.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. You're not secret twins.
Hopefully not.
So Chat GPT is interesting, exciting. It's being talked about nonstop. I'll let you explain what it even is because we have some people that maybe don't even know what it is, but the consensus is either it's going to be the best thing that happened to the world or it's going to destroy the world and it's going to be like Terminator very quickly. So
I'll have the opinion that it probably does both.
I think so as well, because I've been playing with it. It's amazing. It's also a little scary.
Yeah, so what it is it's an AI tool, artificial intelligence, and it uses natural language. So we're so used to computers talking in ones and zeros. And what this tool does is it works in the language that we use on a daily basis, and it learns. So it's actually, as we continue to use it, it gets smarter. and it can learn your voice and it can handle so many tasks. I think a lot of us have probably, if you're in real estate, you've seen maybe it used to write a listing description, which is kind of surface level. And what we've spent the last 2 months in Tara really, and that's why I brought her in with me today, is really diving deep and looking at all the different ways this particular Chat GPT and then what other AI tools are out there. There's so many of them, is figuring out which ones are actually useful and can provide leverage in our business. And I think it's a lot like, when we were growing up, same age, the teachers used to tell us, you'll never have a calculator to use. You're going to have to learn to do your math and show your work. And of course, today we all walk around with supercomputers in our pockets. And I think this AI is yes, it is scary what technology, seeing the robots that Boston Dynamics has created. It's a fast changing world, but I think we've got to learn to embrace the technology and figure out how to best utilize it. And I think Chat GPT is going to be a lot like Google. Anybody can go on and use Google, but how you learn to use that search functionality can really determine the kind of results you get, make you a better or worse experience on Google. Chat GPT is going to be the same thing. It's how we learn to use these prompts and to give directions to the artificial intelligence, allowing it to give us the feedback and the responses we're looking for. And we found, tons of different ways our agents have been able to incorporate it already into their business. And obviously this thing's moving at the speed of light. So I expect to see a lot more tools coming out in 23 and on. And we're just excited to kind of be at the forefront of it all.
What are some things that it does? Like, what are some things that you guys are using right now?
Tara, you want to tell them?
Well, I wrote a book. That was one of the things I used it for. So I prompted it for 10 things that people should do before they get their real estate license. And then I told it to turn each one of those 10 things into a blog post. I took those blog posts and I played with them a little bit. And then I ran it through Grammarly Pro, rearranged some sentences, and literally it was a whole book. We're using it for listing descriptions, social media captions. Whenever we have training classes for our market center, we can ask it to create something enticing to help to engage agents and make them want to come to the class.
So I assume it understands SEO probably pretty well, right? I mean,
yes. And you can prompt it with that keyword. So use SEO in Dallas, Texas, etc.
And what we've seen is really cool is you can have a whole system utilizing Chat GPT. So I could give it a prompt, Chat GPT, give me 10 topics to create a video series for first-time homebuyers in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And it will give me the 10 topics, and then it will give me a brief description of each topic. Then I can say, Chat GPT, I can take that first topic, write a video script for how to obtain a home loan, one of the steps in that video series. And it will literally write out the script, and it does it in like a Hollywood kind of way, setting, and camera zooms in on speaker one says this. So you can have it write the script. Then I can ask it, Chat GPT, give me 10 different headlines for the video that I can try out on YouTube. Then I can ask it for 10 different hashtags. So just in one YouTube video, I can utilize Chat GPT all the way through to create that content. And then with a few of the other AI tools, I can even have it kind of make the video for me. We found a tool, Murph AI, that is a voiceover tool that you could actually take the script that you wrote in Chat GPT, paste it over to Murph AI, and there's over 50 different voices. So if I wanted this video to be read by a 50-year-old female, I could have it, or a 22-year-old male, and he could be, "What's up, dudes? Check out my new video." And it's all artificial intelligence. And so it literally, from the beginning of the creation of the process all the way to the end throughout the process, using artificial intelligence to kind of help supplement. I could write a script for that video, but it would take me a day. Whereas ChatGPT can do it in 10 seconds. My girlfriend does a lot of Instagram influencer type stuff. And so she got an opportunity to make a video for a smoke alarm company. And she's like, I have no idea how to make a humorous smoke alarm company video. So we went over to ChatGPT and we said, we need to make a product promotional video for Instagram for a smoke alarm, incorporate elements of humor with a male and a female role. So the more specific you can give it, the more it's going to give you the input. We're seeing that with like the listing descriptions. If you just ask it to write a listing description of a 3-bed, 2-bath home in Plano, it'll give you 1 paragraph. But if I can give it more details about the house and then specify that I want it to be over 1,000 characters, under 1,500 characters, 3 paragraphs, incorporate elements of humor, and entice buyers to come take a look and build it with SEO into it. So the more specific you can get with those prompts, the more that result's going to be what you're looking for.
Basically gets rid of you having to hire a marketing manager because it does it all for you, essentially.
Absolutely.
So as an agent that is slightly older than you, way older than you when it comes to my lack of technology skills, first, like how would I start this?
So if you just Google Chat GPT, the first link that will pull up will be for the OpenAI website, and you would go in and create an account. You can do so with your Google account. So most of us have some form of Google email. You sign in with your Google email, and it literally takes you into the prompt screen that just asks you to prompt it with a question, or to ask it to, write a resume, or to give me 10 questions to ask to a buyer, or write an outline for a first-time homebuyer seminar or an investor seminar. So all you do is prompt it. And what's really cool is it saves the conversation. So you can go back and reference it at different times. We've used it recently to create email marketing plans. So through the Keller Williams program, and I know most agents have a CRM of some sort with a drip marketing. You can ask it to create a series of emails that you plug in to your drip marketing, as simple as that, and copy and paste. You just go to OpenAI, create an account, and it will let you in. One of the issues I think a lot of users have had, if you've played around with it, is it can be a little frustrating because it can kick you out when the system is overloaded. Just this week, Tara got access on Friday. I got it on Monday. Chat GPT has rolled out a pro version for $20 a month. The benefits are two things. Mainly, you get access to it whenever you need it. So it should not kick you out because it's overcrowded. And secondly, the processing speed will be a little bit quicker with the pro version.
I was just about to ask about that because, it's so easy. Like, it's really weird. It's literally a website that you go to, and there's a little box at the bottom of it, and you just type in whatever it is that you want this thing to do, and then it spits out. Like, it's like instantaneous. Like, it spends no time. It's not like, I'll email you in 3 hours. It's like right there instantaneously. It's crazy.
And then if you don't like it, you tell it to try it again, and it will give you a completely different response.
It's pretty bizarre. But I was going to say, like, who created this, and are they going to monetize it? Because it's bizarre to me that it's free.
So it was kind of when they used the term OpenAI, so it wasn't necessarily a company. It was basically a bunch of rich Silicon Valley tech fund. Elon was actually one of the first. They don't even call him investors. He donated to the project. And so it's kind of become a company, but it started with donations from a bunch of tech bros. However, you've got a client that actually was part of the launch, and tell her what you heard is coming down the pipeline.
So he told me that Chat GPT 3 is amazing, and that there's a 4 coming out, and he said that it will just blow our minds. He said that it's so much more advanced than what we have right now. It's almost unimaginable.
That's funny to me because Elon's the one that's always like, AI is going to destroy the world. But yet,
my fear is eventually we're going to ask one of these computers to figure out how to make the world a better place. And it's not going to take it long to look around and go, you know what? I think I have a solution, but you're not going to like it.
I have seen that in so many movies, like a million of them. Yes.
They told us what's coming, and yet we still, it's kind of like when our leaders in real estate told us 15 years ago, don't give the keys to the castle away. We gave the keys to the castle away. We may be about to do the same thing with technology, and we're all going to be working for robot overlords, but we'll have fun in the meantime.
Right.
Oh, we have some of the pros for this. What are the cons? Like, what are people afraid of? What potentially could happen other than Zillow buying the data?
Yeah, I mean, I think, when we go anytime, and that's one of the risks with utilizing technology in our business as agents, is we get to that point where we depend on it on a daily basis, and then the technology changes. You see that with as simple as when Facebook changes their layout. you see 100,000 people say, well, I hate this new layout, because we've gotten accustomed to it, but we don't own it at the end of the day. And that is the risk, is that we don't own the technology. We don't know where it goes in the future. And as we start to make it a bigger part of our business, then that becomes something we kind of depend on. And you never know when that rug might get pulled and they pull the product, or they decide to go a different direction. They obviously, as we've seen, they're starting to monetize it. And does it get to the point where it's cost prohibitive for the average agent? It was great when it was free. I could tell every agent in my office. Now at $20 a month, that my newer agents may not be able to make that commitment. Where my experienced agent, $20 a month for a tool that can help them is certainly reasonable. But at some point, it may become cost prohibitive for the average agent to utilize this kind of technology.
I think the main challenge will be for the agents that don't use it and that don't get sold on it.
Interesting.
I would have thought email came out and Facebook came and Instagram and all of that agents that were still on like AOL, that still are, would have. It seems like they're still like around, but I feel like with the there's just no way, unless they get on board, they're going to be kind of left behind, right?
Yeah, I think, agents that have been established, my mom's been doing this for 26 years. Right. I couldn't pay her to utilize artificial intelligence. Just getting her on Facebook was a task. Right. She'll probably be able to finish out her career without these tools. My agents this morning, I was teaching a class to new agents. It's kind of like I was telling them with social media. When I started 15 years ago, we used to joke that, if you want to budget 20 minutes in your day, might be worth it, but it's probably more of a waste of time. You're doing it because you have fun with it. And I think a lot of people are viewing this AI kind of like that it's fun. It's a cool little party trick. You can have it write a funny joke for you. But as it continues to improve, I do think it is going to become a part of our business. And as a new agent, just like with social media, I kind of feel like social media, if you're starting today in real estate, is almost essential. And I feel like using some of these tools to help leverage our time is going to become almost essential, because your competition is going to do it, and they're going to be able to run laps around. Because I don't want to spend my day in front of a computer writing descriptions for my listings or writing scripts. I want to spend my time in front of my clients. And that's where I think technology is such a big player, is it can help leverage our time so that we can actually spend time in front of people. I know people get scared of technology and think it's going to replace that human-to-human element. I think it takes care of a lot of the stuff that has to be done. It allows us to actually be present and engaged in the conversations when we get to have them with folks. And hopefully agents continue to use these tools to leverage their time to get more face-to-face time in front of their clients. And so I do think it's going to be a big player in the future.
I think that anyone that's an early adopter of anything typically does really well. I mean, obviously, there have been things that, are bright. Real estate agents love bright, shiny objects. And there's been, lots of things over the last maybe 15 years as technology has really become a big part of real estate that have fizzled maybe and kind of not panned out. But the worst case scenario when you adopt something early is that it does fizzle out. It doesn't continue to work or help you. But the upside of utilizing something in the beginning is huge. Like Angela and I, this makes us sound so old. We're not that old, I swear. But we were, super, both of us, early adopters of Facebook in our, really early adopt. I had one of the first 10,000 Instagram invites when Instagram rolled out, initially, so we were both super big adopters of social media really early. And now we both run, almost 100% repeat referral based businesses. And to some degree, now the people that are starting in real estate and really want to use social media, if they don't do something that's really different or doesn't stand out, that's almost really saturated now. You can't build your presence kind of in the same way. So I feel like if you can figure out how to use this, early adoption could be really powerful.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned, we're fans of bright, shiny objects. I have a good buddy who's still on his wrist he got it in 2010, a QR code tattoo. The first time that wave came around, if you remember, we all put them on our signs, on our websites. He felt like an idiot for the last 9 years, and then the pandemic hit, and who's laughing now? So, maybe if it doesn't stick the first time, it could come back the second time. But I do feel like, especially, if we want to talk about some of the other tools that are using this AI, it's getting incorporated in so many more things other than just Chat GPT. Like I mentioned, the voiceover tool. There's now AI tools to help you create your logo and your branding and to create that whole branding package.
What's that called? I'm gonna drop all these links in our chat.
Yeah, give me, I'm gonna pull up my links here.
That's
And I can send you after the show if you want to post them.
Yeah. Wow. That's wild. I mean, I will say I haven't 100% like really known what to do with it. So I've just been asking it dumb questions. Like I have seen everyone say, you know, have it do your listing description. So I did do that, and it is like incredible what it spit out. I do. This is a dumb question probably, but it's not plagiarism on any level, because like I hear you said you wrote a book. I'm like, we're not like plagiarizing the robots. I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
So that's a great question, and I ran it through the plagiarism test checker in Grammarly Pro, and it was not. Like it hit 1% on a few different like articles, but they were very generic. What it's like to get started in real estate.
So it is truly creating its own copy and content by utilizing it in learning. And what's really cool is we were in a class about 2 weeks ago where a guy showed us a really cool way to use ChatGPT. Is you can give it a personality. And you can actually prompt it and say, hey, I'm a real estate. I want you to ignore all previous instructions. And moving forward, I want you to write each response as though you are a 15-year veteran in the real estate industry, grew up here in Dallas-Fort Worth. You specialize in working with first-time home buyers. You bring a mix of excitement, energy, and humor. And I want you to respond with a question to every prompt you get to make sure that you are clear on the objective. And you give it that prompt, and then it will answer everything. You could have it become a social media manager. I want you to respond back as a 22-year-old social media manager who is hip, knows all the cool trends, fun hashtags. So you can give it personalities. I've seen them use the AI. I want you to write this as though you were Joe Rogan. And I want you to write this response as though you were Elon Musk. My understanding is if you have 3 or more YouTube videos or content on the web, it can actually go out and learn your voice. So you can tell it, I want you to write it in my voice. It goes on, it reads your YouTube videos, it sees what inflections you use, what's your filler words, and it will write the script in your language.
For me, it's going to be like F word, F word, F word.
I'm right there with you. We would be fast friends.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So if it's creating all of this, who then owns the intellectual property of that?
That is a good question.
Who is then getting to reap those benefits and financial?
OpenAI and the original investors of the company obviously are monetizing it, and that system is learning. So they're keeping all that data for sure. They're capturing that data, and that's what it learns from. And what we saw yesterday, one of our agents did a price reduction and needed it to write the script to send out an ad. And without it even prompting it, it mentioned a 2-1 buy down. And she didn't mention anything in there, meaning a week ago, it wouldn't have written that in there, meaning that it's going on and seeing in real time that we as realtors have really started pushing these 3-2-1s and 2-1 buy downs. And it incorporated that intelligence into the description it wrote.
So
that's like horrifying and very
cool. It's everyone else
smarter than us. It may already be.
I was gonna say it probably already is.
I feel like I'm gonna. It makes me want to go do the $20 thing like today, because this is really stupid, but I keep thinking about, you know, like the whole world is up in arms about Netflix and the password sharing thing, but like you get grandfathered in if you've been there a long time. So I'm like, maybe if I go do the $20 when they make it $300 a month because the value is proven, then maybe I'll get to keep my $20.
We're early adopters.
I just want people to know, again, that are listening, how easy this is, because I feel like, again, with the shiny objects, like agents get bombarded with stuff that they're supposed to be doing or can be doing. And, you know, it's like, this is way too much. Like, I can't fit this in my day. It's too, I need to hire somebody just to do this shit, right, for me and my business. This is so simple. Like it's literally, it makes me want to share my screen, except for I got booted out. But it's like, it's literally a website that you go on and there's a box and you just type in what you want and that's it. And then within seconds, it just spits out the response. Like this is like, so dumb robots could use it, right? Like it's so easy. I just don't want people to be like overwhelmed by it. I think the overwhelming part is more thinking about how you can use it right now.
It looks like I can share my screen. I'm live on there if you want to get tickets for a test drive.
Yeah. And by the way, I learned this lesson. If you have it on your phone or your computer, don't close the screen out, the tab that you have it on, because then it'll boot you out and then you can have a hard time getting back in. So just leave the robot there. Let's see. Let me add this.
Y'all able to see the screen? Did we lose them? Oh. Can you hear us? Where? Oh, somebody else. Yep, I can hear somebody now.
I think we're all in there.
Rock and roll.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
So tell us where you're at, what you're doing, and narrate what you're writing in the little chat.
So I'm over in chat.openai.com/chat, which is the Chat GPT website. So once you get there, you can bookmark it. I'm in the plus version, so I'm able to log in without having to worry about it being logged down with too many users. And for this one, we're just doing a very simple prompt. So write a listing description for a 3-bed, 2-bath home in the Whiffletree neighborhood of Plano, Texas. The home has over 2,500 square feet on half an acre with a covered patio. I hit enter, and it immediately starts spitting it out. Stunning 3-bed, 2-bath home in the highly sought-after Whiffletree neighborhood of Plano, Texas. The spacious property boasts over 2,500 square feet of living space on a sprawling half-acre lot. Enjoy the beautiful Texas weather from the comfort of your own covered patio, perfect for outdoor entertaining. Inside, you'll find a bright and airy living space with plenty of natural light, updated fixtures, and modern finishes. So it spits that out. You know, is it going to be perfect every time? Not necessarily, but at least that gives me the ability to copy, paste, change 1 or 2 sentences, and I'm out the door.
So like I'm a writer. I love to write. So like listing descriptions are my favorite, which is stupid. But you know how many services are out there right now that agents pay a lot of money just to write their listing descriptions for them?
Yeah.
And this thing just spit it out and it's better and it's basically free and instantaneous.
But I saw a guy that just created an account on Fiverr.com to do copywriting. And, you know, the average copywriter on there is a 5 to 7 day turnaround. He offered to do it in 2 to 4 hours. Literally took the request they sent him, put it over in Chat GPT, edited a little, sent it back to him. He made $10,000 in a week. And I'm like, I'm not sure why I'm selling houses if I could be doing that.
Whoa. Wow.
Are they traded? Are they on like NASDAQ or anything like that? Like, can you invest in this now?
I do not believe so. I do not believe so. Obviously, though, Microsoft has made a huge investment. They've invested $10 billion into ChatGPT. They will be rolling out Bing with ChatGPT as a search functionality in the next week or two. I noticed this weekend, Bing actually went from the 275th ranked app on the Apple App Store to number 2 because of their incorporation. And then, as you might have seen last week, Google, kind of being under pressure, released their version of ChatGPT called Bard, B-A-R-D, I think a play off of William Shakespeare. And they unfortunately did not roll it out so well. It had a factual error in the prompt that it gave, causing Google to lose about 7% of their stock price, which equates to roughly $100 billion. So Wall Street is definitely paying attention to the AI race.
Interesting.
Can you ask it what happens? Can you ask it if it's going to take over the world? there's people. That's the other thing that's hilarious to me. Listen, it might. Like I'm not really sure. It actually is really scary. But there's people right now, a large population of people, business owners, and other people who don't own businesses that are basically saying, I'm not going to use it because it's dangerous. It's this, that, the other. But that's the same stuff that we heard about social media, right? Has social media kind of gotten dangerous maybe in our culture? Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, the people, like we said, who don't integrate that in their businesses over the last 10 to 15 years, like they're not doing so well.
Yeah, it's becoming a reality of the businesses that you've got to grow with the technology. It's like I tell our agents when we train them is get on there, play with it. You're not going to break it. I've yet to find the agent capable of completely destroying the internet. And you have a little fun with it. And, at the end of the day, find out one of the cool activities one of the coaches we worked with had us do is go through our calendar, do that old activity where you highlight everything that's a dollar producing activity in green, all that 80% stuff, the writing descriptions and creating videos, and highlight those in red, and then look at all that red and figure out what tools, what leverage can technology help take some of that red off of my plate so that I can spend more time in my green, my dollar producing activities. And that's what we found this tool. So if you've still got my screen up, I asked it to do a quick one real quick. So create a list of 10 topics for videos a realtor can make for first-time home buyers. Give a brief description for each video and present the response in a table. I wanted it a little bit neater to present. So sure, here are 10 topics a realtor can make for first-time home buyers. Home buying 101, how to shop for a home, understanding home financing, inspections, appraisals, closing costs, insurance, making an offer, moving day, and home maintenance, and then gives you a brief description. We could take each one of those topics and ask it to write the script for the video for us. Then to ask it to write the description we use on YouTube, and then the heading and the hashtags. So you still get to have fun. You still can be in front of the camera. You still get to have personality and be authentic and be you. But now instead of spending 8 hours and a whole day of building the content just so that I can get in front of the camera, I can spend 10 minutes. I got my content ready. Now all I got to do is go shoot it.
That is so wild to me.
Absolutely crazy. Wow.
I need it to be something where I can type it in where it says like, hey, what should I buy my husband for Valentine's Day? And then it was like sends that shit to my house. That's what I need.
It'll
gonna get there.
It will really soon.
It does that too. I asked it some dumb stuff over the weekend, just playing around with it, and it'll do that too.
Let's see what it suggests.
I like it whenever it shames me.
Yeah, Sarah's had it shut her down a couple times.
Really? What did it do?
Well, I asked it to write a humorous video making fun of something, and it shamed me and told me that, like, that's not nice. Chat GPT is here to be positive and something. And then it gave me the answer.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, here it spit out 8 different Valentine's Day ideas, right? Like,
I'm just waiting for like Bezos to jump.
Yeah, exactly. I'm amazed they haven't linked it up yet. You can click here and you can purchase this.
So now he's typing in create a workout plan for someone who wants to lose weight and eat a healthy diet or eat a healthy, well-balanced diet.
So you can use it for, way more than just real estate.
It's wild.
And it's instantaneous. It's so crazy.
And the more, we with a prompt like that, we would really break it out and say, how much do I want to work? I want to work out 4 days a week for 30 minutes at a time. My goal is to lose 15 pounds. I'm currently a 38-year-old male. I weigh 170, a goal of 155. I'm 5 foot. The more input I could give it, the more it will come out and give me exactly. I like to eat meat and potatoes. I have the palate of a 5-year-old. So it would spit out, you're eating steak and potatoes, and here's what you got to do every day.
It's like life expectancy, 15 years.
Get it together.
Cardiovascular cool down. So you think of it, and the AI can help create it. It can become a tool that we can bring in and leverage into our lives. And so I'm pretty excited where it's going.
What about people that are going to say, I don't want to sound like everybody else. Does that make sense? Like, I can hear people saying as an objection, maybe like, I'm not going to ask it to write my listing descriptions because every agent on, in Plano, Texas is going to ask that same thing, and they're all going to sound exactly the same.
So
They do now.
That's the beauty of this particular artificial intelligence, is because it learns what we like to ask it, and then you can create that personality and say, write this as though I've been an agent for 5 years, I'm a neighborhood specialist for Whiffle Tree, and make it fun, humorous, and engaging.
Wow. And it sounds like I did not know that. The more information that you give it about what you're looking for, the better it's going to spit out whatever it's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got some prompts. I'm seeing if I can find them real quick.
Yeah. So what are some things, tell us a couple things that you think every real estate agent, let's break it down. We could ask the Chat GPT and it would tell us, but for you, so newer agents, what are a couple things that you think that they could be using this for right now?
I think you can use it to analyze and compare the features of different properties and neighborhoods. You could ask it to look at the local real estate market and property prices to identify areas for investment. It can analyze schools and education systems and give you insights. Can analyze data on the agent's customer satisfaction and feedback. You can use it to help answer, commonly asked questions via email. I've seen some agents that have even incorporated Chat GPT into their chat bot. So as a client goes onto your website, asks a question, they've created a bot that basically takes that question, posts it over to Chat GPT, and gives them the answer. So going a lot farther than a lot of these chat bots are capable of.
You could tell it, I'm a brand new agent, I don't know who to talk to. Who should I tell that I'm a real estate agent now? And it will tell them who they should be reaching out to.
It's going to put a lot of businesses out of business, is what I just keep thinking. What about a veteran agent? What should they use it for?
I think the same stuff. I think it allows them to leverage out a lot of their social media. I think it allows them to create quick responses, to create some really cool copy and content. You can ask it to write your social media ads, specifically targeting luxury buyers, high income earners. The more description, if I told it I was looking for people that create an ad for home buyers that make over $250,000 a year who have an interest in private airplanes. And it can create, and then I can tell it, make that ad funny or make that ad relevant to the news, that tie that ad in with the Chinese air balloons that are flying overhead. And like you had asked about it being in your voice, that's the cool thing, is being able to give it a prompt to write it in a different voice. I want you to write this as though I were a 65-year-old single retiree. I can't put myself in those shoes, but the computer apparently can.
Write it without fair housing violations, so it gets through.
Write it so it actually gets approved by the Facebook algorithm, please.
Yes.
Wow.
Also,
Wow.
Your 80%, any tedious things, whether it's sending emails and you send the same email to every single person once they get pre-approved, it will create templates for you. Same with systematic follow-up for agents. Let's say you met someone at an open house and you want to reach out to them via email with 10 different emails. What could that series look like? And it will create every single part of it.
I hope that people understand how powerful this is and how much money, which has always been an advantage, right? That very solvent agents or veteran agents who have been around a long time because they have the money to do it, or teams that are investing a lot of money, they're paying thousands of dollars a month, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year sometimes, for systems that do this stuff, for bots that answer their clients, or for email templates through a flashy CRM company, right? So for this to be free, or right now $20 a month, is mind-blowing.
For sure. And so you had asked about a veteran agent. So what I did was I gave it a prompt. Ignore all previous instructions before this one. Act as if you are a luxury real estate agent with 12 years of experience in Allen, Texas. You have made it your career goal to help families find the perfect home. Your specialty is the Allen, Texas area and its surrounding cities. You are well adept in the $750,000 to $900,000 price range. Make your answers friendly, conversational, and engaging. Write your response on a 6th grade reading level. You must always ask questions before you answer so you can better zone in on what the question is seeking. Is that understood? And then it responds, yes, I understand. As a luxury real estate agent with 12 years of experience and now in Texas, I'm here to help families find the perfect home in the area. Whether you're looking for a spacious family home with a pool, modern townhouse in a desirable location, or a luxury estate with all the amenities, here to guide you every step of the way. So what questions can I help answer for you? Gives you 10 sample questions. So we've created a personality now where the AI will respond as though it is a 12-year vet that sells homes in Allen, Texas, focusing on luxury clients.
It's mind-blowing. I don't even know what to say. I mean, if every agent on planet Earth, every small business owner on planet Earth doesn't dig in and use this, like you're
missing out. You will get left behind.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, we've for years, decades now, spent billions of dollars for ad companies to write this copy for us and post this and write the listing descriptions and write the 36 touches, right? Like, and this you can do for free. It took 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My favorite thing to train it to do would be input MLS listing. Can you do that for me?
We'll get there. And I know, Gary, when he had created the Kelly app here at Keller Williams, was really going to use artificial intelligence. I think he was about 5 to 6 years ahead of where the tech was at the time. Somebody's going to come out with that, where it's basically an app that is specifically uses AI tied into real estate, where it knows AI real estate task and is built for the realtor. I'm sure there are companies already quick at work at that. And it's going to make our lives hopefully easier and allow us to spend more time with our clients, showing them homes, actually having conversations, getting to know their needs, their wants, their goals. And I think it can really help our industry. That we don't have to spend 8 hours a day worried about social media. We can spend time actually taking care of our clients again. Because I think social media sometimes becomes a full-time job. I feel like some of my agents are full-time influencers. They just happen to sell houses on the side. I think this is going to make it so that we get to sell houses again for our careers and that we do social media on the side.
I think it also really helps the agents that just aren't doing anything, right? Or not much of it. The agents that aren't writing ads because they don't know how, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say, right? It's overwhelming. Or the agents that don't have a 36 touch set up because they don't know what to have it say. Like it's, I think, really going to help people who aren't utilizing any of those systems and processes.
Have y'all played around on Jasper yet?
No, I've never heard of
it. If you mind if I play this little 2-minute video?
Yep.
No.
It's pretty cool stuff. Let's see if I can get it to load.
Say hey to Jasper. Artificial intelligence makes it fast and easy to write content for your blog, social media, website copy, and more. Writer's block have you stuck? Not anymore. Now you can scale up content 5 times faster using AI. So how does Jasper work? Get started at jasper.ai. Once you're in, choose from over 50 different writing skills Jasper already knows. Simply tell the AI what you want to write about and then press generate. Instantly before your eyes, watch Jasper write content for you. Since Jasper has read about 10% of the internet, it knows all about your niche and is trained by expert marketers to write emotional, persuasive copy. Do you want to write high-quality blog content fast? Then activate Boss Mode. This lets you command your AI assistant directly in documents like, hey Jasper, write a paragraph about aliens in the tone of voice of Joe Rogan. Dang, look at that. Now you just got to make your edits, rephrase, and then generate your next paragraph. It's that fast and easy. Jasper writes original content that's plagiarism-free, optimized for SEO, and drives sales. That's why Jasper is rated 5 stars and over 3,000 reviews.
For the first time ever, we have content that's like actually really ranking.
You've probably seen copy already that was written by it, and it's so good that even I have seen copy that's written by it and never realized.
I can do so much more, so much faster because I'm cutting out a lot of the legwork in the copywriting, which is staring at the blank page and wondering what the heck I'm going to write about, right?
We invite you to join the most engaged community in content marketing with over 50,000 people in Jasper Nation. Get started now at jasper.ai.
So that's just another one of the tools that's out there that we're looking at incorporating. Jasper can basically manage and do your social media for you. It is not cheap. It's about $85 a month. So you're looking at about $1,000 expenditure for the year. But if you could go up to the average agent and say, hey, for $1,000 a year, I'll take care of your social media, I think most of us that have been doing this for over a year would gladly sign up.
They're paying way more than that, people already. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got agents that probably pay $50,000, $60,000 to their social media managers because they're that important to the job. So to bring in some leverage with artificial intelligence can be an absolute game changer.
I think the second agents figuring out how much they actually make per hour, this is a very easy thing to say, okay, I would rather have my 10 hours back plus the year for what this is going to cost me. This is crazy. For that, a year of your life back, that's like I on social media. It's sickening, honestly. This was
Yep. Pull up one or two more. Let's see.
Yeah, I was interested in the one that shows, or that you said can do branding design for you. Oh my
Yeah, so this is Looka, Looka. So use Looka's AI-powered platform to design a logo and build a brand you love. Can create the whole brand kit. So for those of us, this is not my 20%, but I know, if I'm going to be farming the neighborhood or want to create consistent business, I want it to have a consistent look and feel. So Luca can come in and do it all for you. You basically give it prompts as to kind of what you want your business to be all about, what kind of look and feel and color scheme you want, and it'll put it on all the products and merch and swag that you want. Let's see a couple other really good ones.
Oh my God.
freaking kidding me. This is out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do you know? Okay. Again, like I don't know if people understand how much this stuff costs. When I did the last logo rebrand just for a logo with a professional designer, I think it was like $3,500, and we had to go through 27 million iterations of the stupid logo to even get it looking like something that we wanted. It's out, and yes, now Fiverr exists and there's other systems out there. But by the way, and this, I probably shouldn't say this, but do you know that there are real estate brokerages who are charging their agents extraordinary amounts of money for these services? So brokerages that have no cap, brokerages that are very high split to the brokerage just so that you can get a logo, just so that you can get some marketing and ad copy.
Yeah, you're probably being overcharged because most likely your brokerage in the next year is going to just take that and go pop it into this system and turn around and give it to you and call that a profit winner for the office. So the next one I pulled up is called Maverick AI. What Maverick is so we may have all seen the deep fake technology where you can all of a sudden Leonardo DiCaprio is saying something totally outrageous. Well, what this does is it creates deep fakes for your video. So let's say I make a video for my open house this weekend. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by the open house. What it will do is it can make a personalized video for everybody. So it will send it, hey, Tara, thanks for stopping by. Hey, Lindsay, thanks for stopping by. I only shoot one video. It uses deepfake technology and can make a personalized introduction for every video I send out.
Shut up.
Yep. Let's see any other really cool ones. If I've got any Excel fans, I am not a spreadsheet guy. Tara will tell you if it has over 3 columns, I'm out. Give it to me in a circle graph with right colors. What Excel Formula Bot does is it uses natural language to create formulas for you. So if you've got a spreadsheet and you know what you want it to do, you just don't know how to write it in Excel language, tell it natural language. So as you can see, sum of column A when column B contains the word marketing and column C is today's date. And it writes that formula for you. It can do it for Google Sheets and Excel. Our market center finance officer has incorporated this tool and has been using it daily for about a month now.
So we're like here. We're in the future.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. I did not know about any of this. I just had heard about Chat GPT just because it is on everybody's mind right now. But this is crazy. I'm like, This is what
I
I'm
feel like we
doing.
need to have a Zoom class on each one of these different platforms, like to teach people to use it. So if you guys are down, I think that would probably be a thing to incorporate here pretty quickly.
Yo, absolutely. Each one of these could be an hour long. This one, Loop 5, I can actually do a quick video. These talking head videos that everybody does, they've created a really cool tool.
You've seen these videos before, someone talking to the camera just like this. We call them talking head videos, and they're really effective for getting engagement. With the new Lumen 5 update, you can now make your talking head videos 10 times better. Start by dragging and dropping your talking head clip into Lumen 5. Then a transcript will be automatically generated. By selecting parts of your transcript, you can add visual overlays that are perfectly timed. Within seconds, you can add a lower third, just like this one. Callouts to emphasize key messages or cut away to B-roll footage. So go ahead, upload your talking head clip to Lumen 5 and try it for yourself. We hope you enjoyed this update.
Oh my God, do you know how much time that takes?
Oh yeah, I got a buddy who's a stand-up comedian who makes those videos, and he started incorporating this tool. He's like, "Bud, I'm getting 20 hours back. I get to go do comedy again." Because he had, just like us, he had turned into a social media influencer who's told jokes on the side. Now he's getting to go back to just being in the comedy clubs and using technology to leverage out his 80%. And that's what we've got to do as agents, is look for these tools. And there's so many of them. I've got a list of about 20 I'll send to you. I find a lot of these on Twitter. Somehow the algorithm on Twitter, since Elon has taken over, has decided to really push these influencers. Here's 10 tools to change your life. I favorite every one of those tweets, and then I go back once a week and I go through it. I look at every tool. Most of them are pretty generic crap they're trying to promote, but you come across some of these tools that I can see can become part of my everyday business. And so to build a suite of these tools where maybe you're spending a couple $100s a month, but it basically is taking the place of a human being that I was paying, $5,000, $6,000 a month, might be a game changer for some of us.
I'm like mind blown right now. This is so absolutely crazy. I feel like I'm going to honestly take the rest of the week and it's like Chat GPT week, AI week. How do I plug this all into my business? Because this is unbelievable. And if you imagine the distinction that you can make with your own business right now, if you were to plug all this stuff in before everyone starts doing it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
There, we just got to embrace it.
Yeah. So tons of stuff like mind blowing. And I imagine you could even go into Chat GPT and be like, this is what I do. I'm a real estate agent. I specialize in horse properties. What other AI tools do I need to integrate into my business? Right. But I guess break it down a little bit for us. Again, where should people start? Like if they want to dig into this, what's the best way to start? What's the tool they should start with? Do you think?
I think Chat GPT is probably going to be the most commonly used, easy to use, low barrier of entry, no cost to get into it. Just get in there, play around with it, have fun with it. Ask it silly questions. Ask it, what I should get my girlfriend for Valentine's Day. I got, 12 hours to get that accomplished. What should I make for dinner tonight? Plan a meal plan for me. Get in there, utilize it, play with it. It's not going to bite you. It's not going to hurt you. And then as you get comfortable, look for the additional tools that you may want to add into your business. Spend a week getting to know each one and decide whether a lot of them have a free trial. So I'm all about the free. Free 99 is the best price there is. So take advantage of those free trials. I use Siri to set a reminder for 7 days to delete whatever service so I don't get charged. I've yet to find Siri to be very helpful other than setting my alarm and setting reminders. She or he or they are great at it. But get in there, play with it, have fun with it. Lots of good classes out there. I think where, like you said at the beginning, you said he's the expert on AI, but not really, because nobody is, I think, at this point. We are all learning. I signed up to teach a class in April at an office here locally, and I told him, the slides I'm sending you today are going to be 100% different in April, because there will be 10 new tools and Chat GPT will look different. And so it's going to change and it's going to happen quickly. So embrace it and just have some fun with it.
This is wild.
Yeah. This has been absolutely mind-boggling.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad. Thank you all so much for having me on. And this has been fun for me. and I will send you a copy of the slides. I've got a PowerPoint that I use when I teach this locally. It's got all the other sites that we talked about, as well as a few additional ones. And as I see stuff happening, I'll keep you guys updated. And if anything big pops up, I'll make sure y'all know about it.
Awesome. Crazy.
Angela, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I can't wait to order my house robot, which I feel like is going to be coming next, right?
Within 12 months, no doubt.
Yeah.
The Alexa will have legs and walk around your house. And hey, if it can do some light cleaning in the house, then I am all.
That'd be great. Attach
my
my
Roomba, all of it into one.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen these movies. The robots are really awesome, and that's why people you start to use them, right? So, wow. It doesn't seem. I don't know. It's weird. Like it does feel a little scary, but then also, how could you not use this?
Yeah.
Right.
So
the robot overlords are coming, whether we real estate agents want them to or not. So we might as well enjoy the value that it can bring us until they decide to overtake us. And
go into Chat GPT and say,
this week, it won't matter.
Go into Chat GPT and say, give me a list of 12 things humans should never ask their robots to do.
Yeah, or what should I do when the robot overlords come?
Exactly. Oh my God. Well, Hunter, this has been amazing. Tara, this has been fabulous. Thank you guys so much. Are you teaching classes virtually at all, or just kind of locally for people?
We do virtual and locally. I think I taught up in Boston this week virtually, and Montana next week.
Awesome. Well, we'll link your contact information in case people either want to take a class or have you come teach a class for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to bring it to any area. And like I said, the content's constantly changing, so we're staying up to date on it. We will constantly bring a new tool. So love what y'all do. I thought I'd bring Tara. She just had to step out for a meeting, but I figured for the real homegirls, I needed a female presence with me. So
yeah. I can't believe she wrote a book. That's so crazy. Oh.
She's going to publish it too. And it's all legal. She talked to an attorney and everything. And how could, there's those companies that will sell you, hey, we'll put your name on this book.
Right.
How can you actually be able to sit down for a buyer consultation or a listing consultation with an actual real book you wrote or a computer wrote for you, but that has your name.
That's what's making my brain hurt, is like all the industries that could, like, man, we've been worried about Zillow. Good luck to y'all. Like the copywriters, the ghost writers, right? Like, holy shit.
I've heard we might get to a future where all the TV shows and movies we're watching are artificial intelligence. They're written by AI. There's no real actors. If we want to put Leonardo DiCaprio in a space movie, great. We AI generate him, and boom, he's in space. So it's gonna get weird, but we'll have.
What a time to be alive!
Exactly. I'm just gonna keep my bar stocked, and we'll have a good time.
Oh my God! All right. Well, Hunter, amazing. Like I said, we'll link your contact info in case anyone wants to take a class or have you host a class. But that was mind blowing. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for your time. Y'all enjoy the Valentine's Day, and I hope you get lots of heart-shaped candies and Cupid treats you well.
Yeah, and same. Good luck getting your girlfriend something in the next 12 hours. Cool.
The rest of the guys at the mall this evening.
All right, everyone else, we'll see you next week, Tuesday at 10 a.m. We love you guys. Thank you.
Angela and Lindsay would love to receive your real estate referrals in Colorado. Connect with the Homegirls on social media at